Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record weekly review special for week 37 in the Gaming Decathlon competition. This week I brought in 1,402 points. It is a bit of a drop from where we were a week ago after the end of the season of Draft Esports College Football. Cost us 300 points off the board. New season started, we're at 50 points with 2 quick victories, but still. Best round is more than double our current week score at 2,899, and we did that 14 weeks ago now. Current virtual best, as in the record score of the top 10 games, the current 10 games, combined is 2,563, small increase from where we were, and also short of the best of what we've done in a single week with the 10 games. So, not so good on that mark, but still a lot of new games on the channel. And then finally, the all-time virtual best is unchanged this week at 6,014. Only 2 of the 10 games are active. So, and both of those did not increase their score this week. And not looking likely to, at least definitely not next week either. Draft Esports College Basketball has a chance at some stage or another, but the career mode, it's a ways off. We just reset seasons, new season, and the current 2018 career mode is at 106, so it just cracked 100. It's still a long ways off of that 439. Since I'm talking about the all-time virtual best, let me finish that up with the only change being on the 3 games outside looking in. Steel Division 2 had moved up to 20th last week, finally completing a campaign successfully, getting up to 200 points, and this week it's replaced. It's still at 200 points. This week it's replaced by a PCM 19 career mode that hit 212 and replaced it in 20th overall. So that's the one game that's really on the move. In an upward motion. It's going to keep going up throughout this season. Still fairly early. It's May, I think. Basically, we're approaching the halfway point of the season. So at that rate, we could easily hit 400 points this season, and it may see itself into the top 10. And that's as a Continental team. PCM 18 career mode, the one that is 10th overall, that was a Continental Pro season, and it's in another Continental Pro season right now, so we'll see if we can match that or beat that before the end of the year. Now, the current 10 scores from this week. PCM 19 first up, career mode, that 212 mark, good little jump from where it was a week ago. Stage Racer, 125, finally, sophomore season, things are starting to go well. The first year really didn't pull in much for points. The Classics Rider, slow start to the season after a really quick start last season, but the calendar has been a little more favorable. We just had our first World Tour race, our first World Tour stage victory. Good performance. We doubled our points just about to 63 now, and that's already nearly half of where we were a season ago, and we're just now approaching April, so definitely not halfway through the season. So it's going to take a while, but we should exceed what we did a year ago. The big mover of the week, and I mean this both figuratively, but also literally, it's finally getting off the board, finally exceeding a whopping score of 0 that I've been at for ages, is Motorsport Manager. 2 points. I did that whole season with the custom team where we were way off the back, so we restarted, we took over the modded in custom team of Manor. And as Manor, even though we were the slowest car on the back, we were competitive. We've never been the last 2 cars. Qualifying wise, yes, but in race, we're always beating a few cars. Well, we finally turned a few cars into, with a little help, with other things going on, wet weather, some penalties, spins. We finally get there. And we get 2 points with a 9th place finish. So we finally cracked the top 10, finally cracked the scoring, and we're off the board. It is no longer a goose egg. We have 2. It's not a big score. It's only 2. The record of 305 is a long ways off. But we got points. And it's already looking likely that we could and should avoid relegation this season, or at least hopefully. Steel Division 2 still at 200. New campaign started. Complex. Small. We took heavy casualties in a battle today. The defense doesn't have much. So casualties is actually a good thing. We didn't actually win, and we didn't push them back. But we wiped out most of their unit, and with another unit, we could then get in there and knock them out of the way and take our objectives. At least that's theoretically what I see happening with this one. It's strange because it's a much smaller campaign than the first 2. Chef, just a few points picked up. Upgrades to my chef, the main character, to see that increase. Draft Day Sports College Basketball, score of 420 now. We're into our sophomore season as a Conference A team. So we're at the top. The team is definitely better than it was a year ago, but not crazy better. So I might see a slightly higher score than a season ago, but I think we'll ultimately still kind of get into the same place, same position. I'm just less worried about relegation this time out. The PCMAT career mode just topped 100. It's going well. We're very successful with that team. The new series, the F1 2018 last ? Career mode. It's fun. But it's crazy challenging the way the AI was set up in F1 2019, which is definitely different than 2018, definitely different than 2017. Very, very noticeable changes. The AI drives more aggressively, especially when it comes to defending. They don't just get their elbows out. They get a sledgehammer out and try to close the door when you go for passes. And even though the AI level is turned down low, a couple things about it. One, they're still quick on the straight. It's in the turns that they're slow. So the turns are the only place where you can effectively make passes the way the AI is set up. Not necessarily on the straights. The successful passes I make are the ones where I get a really good exit compared to them because of the speed difference, get a run, and then get it going on the straight. Those are the ones I do successfully. But the ones where I'm really gaining on the straight, they fly across the track and slam into you, even when you're on the very, very edge of the track trying to make a clean pass in order to block you and take you out. So I'm having trouble making it work. And this challenge is proving to be incredibly challenging, and I've been in the bottom 4 or 5 spots in every single race. And I've been taken out of most of the races I've participated in. I've already been fired from Haas and moved to Racing Point. And at the end of the episode, I'm going to be fired from that team as well. That was a guarantee. It's going to be next week where we find out where I end up, what team I move to. Because I can't seem to get a quality finish at all. Because I might be able to get past 1 or 2 or 3 cars, but then the 4th car takes me out. Or I get past the first car and the second car takes me out. And I'm not sure what to do. So I've been looking for feedback. If you haven't seen that series yet, check it out. It is incredibly exciting what I'm trying to do. And if you didn't hear the details, I'm starting every race from last place. I'm quick simming practices, so I get a little bit of R&D points, but not going into it. I'm not changing the setup at all. I'm not partaking in qualifying. I start from last place in every single race. And then it's short sprint race, 5 lappers. So I've got 5 laps with damage on and no flashbacks to try to fight through the field. But like I just said, the field is aggressive on their defense. And they will drive straight into you over and over and over again to try to protect a position. And I have not figured out how to survive against that just yet. Continue to work at it, but I continue to struggle because of it. So it's not just a pace thing. Pace-wise, I am definitely faster on all but 2 tracks so far. And both of those situations have come after a damaged wing slowed me down. So damaged wing, less downforce, and then all of a sudden my lap times go down, and then I'm pretty much matching them instead of exceeding their times. Otherwise, with the AI at the level it's at, I'm definitely faster, and I can definitely outrace those cars. So I should be moving up. I should be getting into the top 10. And it's not so overwhelmingly, it's not like AI is set to 1 or 0, where I just go and dominate him and I'm 10 seconds faster a lap, and then it's just a matter of finding gaps. It's still competitive AI to an extent. I'm just definitely faster. So finding that balance is something I'm still working on, and I was definitely looking for feedback. So if you have not seen that series yet, I would love to get some feedback, so please do check it out. Watch those first 4 episodes and see what you think I could do. What do you think the best option is on where to go, what to tweak to try to get it to be more manageable, just because the way that AI is, it's kicking my butt right now. So we'll see if we can get that going, because that's a series with a lot of potential. It could be a lot of fun. You could pull off the occasional race win if all things go well. You could develop a car quickly. You can get through 10 seasons of a career. It'd be nice to get through it on one team. I'm already going on to my 3rd team in the first season with the way it's going right now. So we'll see if we can get that sorted out. Anyway, the final one, college football, 2 wins into the season, already previously mentioned. So that's it for that feedback. Now, every week I've been trying to do one recap of how scoring is done. I'm not even going to show a graphic for this because it's super easy. Motorsport Manager is the one we're going to review because that's the big mover, even though it's at a big whopping score of 2. But with 2 points, here's what it is. Really simple. Constructors' points. There you go. There is one more piece to it, though. Final season standings. Bonuses for the top 6 in the Drivers' Championship to make up for the difference, because the Constructors alone, even if we take 1, 2 in every single race of the season and pick up the bonus points for the fastest lap, still will not equal 1,000. So the bonuses just go into positions 1 through 6 in the Drivers' Championship. So if we were to go 1, 2 in every race, get those max points, and then finish 1st and 2nd in the Drivers' Championship, with those bonuses, we'd hit 1,000. That's going to do it for this review special. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like I said, be sure to check out the F1 2019 Last 2 career. And of course, still, please, 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 if you get a chance, at least check out a couple chef videos. Give it a little bit of support. Give it a little bit of love, because my wife is featuring on the channel technically for the 2nd time now, but she only did a few episodes previously. And try to get her on a little more frequently, get her used to speaking, because she's looking to start a channel of her own for cooking. I don't expect support heading that direction anytime, unless that's your thing. And it's going to be a while before she starts that anyway. I'll let you know when the time comes, ultimately. But just try to get her some practice. And if the game, which is not widely popular, completely bombs, if that series bombs, then we've got to cancel, and it could hurt her progress. So, little support if you can manage. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye for now.